Hey everyone, welcome back to Bravely Default. Last time, we made it here to Ancheim, the land of sand and time and home to the Wind Crystal, and when we arrived at the city, we encountered the king, who was giving a speech on basically that the people of Ancheim would have to continue to go through forced labor, now for even more hours, to keep turning the grand mill and produce energy, I guess is what they're doing? Probably. Now the wind has stopped turning. It needs to be turned by hand. And he kind of just slandered Agnes and then kind of yelled at her for not getting the wind back immediately. He's a terrible person. Either way. We have a little bit more money now, so I just want to take a look at the shop again and see if there's anything else I want to get. I do want to get more round shields. Actually, at one point I want to get more of these. Especially for... I can get one for Adia. Because I'd rather... I mean, I don't want Tiz to die either, but Adia's kind of our muscle right now. And I'd really rather her not die, so I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these for her. There we go. Now she's a little bit better off. We can go ahead and sell that Leaden Curious. We don't need another one. And hopefully soon we can get enough to buy one for Tiz. Today, though, we are going to take care of a sub-quest. Side quest. Side scenario. I forget what the game calls them. I think it calls them like sub-scenarios, which is really weird, but either way, we're going to go and take out this blue marker on the bottom screen. This well is under management of the Commoner and Profiteer Merchantry. Unauthorized withdrawal of well water is a prosecutable offense. If you want a free drink, go to the Oasis. How about you fuck off, buddy? Jesus, I just wanted to have a nice conversation. You just get all in my face. I don't know what I'm planning to do. If you're no legitimate business, get out. Don't test me. Jesus, why is everyone so hostile? Anyway, in here we can get a teleport stone, and if we sneak behind this guy's desk, we can actually get a gold hourglass. Which that item, I think, can apply stop to the entire enemy party, if you use it in battle.
Ah, good day! I believe this is our first meeting, yes? Erutus Profiteer, chairman of the Commoner and Profiteer Merchantry, at your service. How kind of you to pay me this visit. Now, what is it you are needing today? We are the only purveyor of water licensed by the king himself, and we take pride in our product. No effort is spared in providing the cleanest, freshest water possible. The results are clear. Water humor, yes? But I have lost the time again. I have appointments waiting, my friends. Let us speak again soon. Guard! Our honored guests are leaving. See they are seen out. Have a refreshing day.
What kind of company can you just walk into like the headquarters of and basically talk to the CEO and he informs you of what the company is? Like what kind of company? I mean, I guess he's literally the only person working here for such a big building. I think he'd have at least one other worker besides someone who's going to plan to or threaten to assault us. Like what the fuck? Anyway, we're thirsty. Let's get a fucking drink. Even though we were just told not to.
Feeling parched. Can we stop for a drink of water?
You, stop! This well is property of the Commoner and Profiteer Merchantry. Unauthorized withdrawals are strictly prohibited.
Withdrawals? There are people out here going thirsty!
No, there are peasants going thirsty. If you want a free drink so badly, go join the other rabble at the Oasis.
Again, why is everyone so hostile? There are ways to explain things peacefully, man. You don't have to scream. Jesus Christ. Let's go talk to the chairman about this, because that seems kind of ridiculous. Like, dude, your workers are planning to assault me? I don't like that. The water thing, I mean, look, I know, you gotta make money. Capitalism, it's great, isn't it? But look, you don't need to assault people over it.
You again? Truly? And what is it you're needing so badly today? We are the only purveyor of...
Water. We're aware. We're here to speak about the little monopoly you're running.
You're looking strangely familiar to me, my dear. No matter. Monopoly is such a dirty word, no? As I am telling you many times now, the rights to water sales are ours by royal decree, and...
Yes, we've heard. But aren't your prices a bit unreasonable? The people can't afford it. They're drying up.
And if we let them take from our stores as they like, it would be our wells drying up in a matter of hours. And where would they turn then, eh? Who else can give them the good, clean water in the middle of the desert? I'm afraid the young miss has mistaken our business for a charity. I'm not saying to the people who have no money that they must die of thirst, of course. Go to the Oasis out in the desert and take all the water you like, I say to them. By all means, go.
And where is this oasis?
To the west. West and west and west of here. But I must be begging your pardon. I have this site inspection for a new property acquisition, you see. Guard! Our honored guests are leaving. See they are seen out. Have a refreshing day!
So 2 things in hindsight. You think Adia might try to disguise herself or hide more? Like, having both Adia, a traitor to the Sky Knights, and the Duchy of Eternia, and the Vestal in our party, it would seem like we'd have a pretty high bounty on that. Second, you know what? Yeah, building it sitting in the middle of the desert seems like a kind of shitty idea. Like, you think you'd build it near the water to the north or the south? That seems like a smarter idea. I mean, look, I don't know. I've never built a city before, let alone one in a desert, but I mean, I guess it seems like a shitty idea to build it, you know, literally pretty, like, as far away from water as you could reasonably get. That seems kind of, I mean, there's an oasis, but again, kind of a terrible idea.
Help! Someone!
What's wrong?
Thieves! I've been robbed!
What?
They took my water, my pack, even the camel I rode in on. They took everything. That man from the merchantry didn't say anything about this. He told me to come here, said it was safe. How am I supposed to survive if I have to risk my life every time I need water?
Try to stay calm. Do you know where these thieves are now?
They're right behind you!
Let's see. 2, 4, 6, maybe 40 in all? That's quite the little band they've assembled.
We'll take care of this, sir. You go ahead. Get out of here!
Hey! Just what are you doing? Letting a good mark go? Our good mark, mind!
We couldn't stand to watch you cowards just do as you pleased.
You have to stop this. Drop everything you've stolen and leave this place at once!
What's this, then? Who are they? I've got no word of this lot. Leave it out, it's too hot for this. Change of plans, boys. We're done here.
Wait! Leave the goods you stole!
Not familiar with how thieving works, then? I'm cross enough already. And to heck with this thirst. The needles in my throat are driving me mad! I need a drink. This anger won't leave me till this thirst has. We're out, boys!
Hey! I said wait!
Stop, Tiz. I feel the same, but they're too many. We can't take them head on.
Tiz tends to be very headstrong about situations like this, but maybe we can sneak into their little base over here, which, I mean, not that conspicuously hidden. This is pretty obvious. I mean, look, video games, I know, but okay, well, you know what? I guess over here they have an excuse. The water's turned bad, but that city must have been developed like a long time ago, so the water was fine then. I don't know. I guess they'd be kind of screwed in this situation then, but hell, this is fine. So I don't know. They're still getting clean water somewhere. I'm guessing from like rivers and lakes around the region, not so much from the ocean. Anyway, Arena Ruins. Next dungeon. Which, there's actually no new enemies in here, but we do have some new configurations of enemies, of course. And finally, we'll hopefully be able to see the sandworm that I have not encountered. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Well, more venomous snakes. We do have Tiz's special, but I think I want to save that for later because I don't really want to use it right now. Tiz's special is built up by simply using magic attacks, or simply using magic at all. Actually, you also have your special, which yours I think is built up by getting critical hits with Knuckles. So, well, that's annoying. Actually, that's not a big problem at all. I mean, Anya has self-healing as the white mage. So actually, she'll be fine. Now, the one problem that I don't want to run into is running out of MP before we reach the boss of this dungeon. That is a big problem. We do have a few ethers. Let's see, how many do we have? We have 4, which is, each one is 50 MP recovery. So we could recover 200 ether in total. So between Agnes and Tiz, we'd have to find a way to deal with that. And we don't actually have a way to buy ethers right now. And even if we did, ethers cost 1,000 pig. So that would really suck if we had to buy them. So as usual, I'm going to be attempting to conserve MP and just kind of punch and stomp everything to death, because that seems to be going pretty well so far. Those little traps we saw earlier that were spouting dust, sand, something at us. If you get hit by that, your entire party gets blinded. So obviously a big inconvenience that you don't want to deal with. Oh, there it is. There's a sandworm, finally, and it got more BP. Great. So this guy's actually a bit of a problem. Again, he has a ton of HP, so I'm actually going to go ahead and use 2 blizzards from Agnes and Tiz, and stomp the shit out of him, and hopefully that's going to kill him. I really don't want to get hit by him. Okay, well, that's pretty much the worst thing that could have happened. So yeah, he has Sandstorm, which can blind every party member. Luckily, with Tiz and Agnes, it doesn't really matter, and Adia actually can't get blinded because she has a something on. I can't remember what. I'll check in a moment. I have plenty of eye drops, but hold on, let me check this first. Silver glasses. She has silver glasses equipped, which will stop her from getting blinded at all. Okay, there we go. So we don't have to worry about that. For that, I just have to hope Ring of Battles get blind. It doesn't 100% blind your party. It just can, but it's really annoying when it does. And this chest is 1 pig, just a trap. If you get hit by that, you do get party chats for getting blinded, getting hit by these traps. I'm not sure if I want to encounter them. Well, that battle sucked. He pretty much poisoned all of our damn party members. Luckily, I have a few antidotes to work with, so it's not that big of a deal. Also, when I said there are no new enemies in here, that was actually a mistake. There is one new enemy, the Greater Kate, that we'll hopefully run into again, now that I've remembered it's a new enemy. Echo Herbs. That's Cure Silence, which actually the Greater Kate can silence us, so that's a great lead into that. Yeah, I can cast silence on a single party member. If it's anyone but... If it's mainly, Tiz or Agnes it casts on that... Oh, for fuck's sake, this sucks. If it casts on Tiz or Agnes, that's a problem. But otherwise, it's not that big of a deal. So... I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my special on the Sandworm. And another Blizzard from Agnes. And then hopefully I'll finish it off. Because that's... Okay. The Greater Kate can also use Pay to Play, which increases the crit chance of an ally by 200, or by up to 200%. So that's really annoying. Okay, did you die? You did die. Well, luckily, why do I keep getting his name confused? Ring a Bell is going to stomp you to death. Jesus Christ. I'm not really scared about using Tiz's special because we're going to be using magic with him a lot. So we're gonna build a special up again pretty quickly. So it's not. That's probably the special I'd be worried about using the least. I don't. 15,000 pig, 1,500 pig rather. 15,000 pig would be way too insane for this point in the game. Jesus Christ. The special I'm probably most worried about using is Adia's, because hers is kind of up to chance whether we get it or not. Also, I've realized that now we can't actually kill these guys with just a stomp and punches. So we need to actually use 1 blizzard. Not a big deal. Hers is kind of up to chance whether we get it or not, because she has to get crits to get it, and that's... I mean, Chance of Failure had crit chance, so, I mean, we'll probably get it, but I don't like to use it if I'm not sure of it. I like to save it for an important fight or a really tough situation, like the one I was kind of in. So, Anya's got White Magic level 2. I don't think I want to switch her back over to Black Mage. I think I just want to keep Tiz on Black Mage and not worry about Anya's level in that. I don't really need her on offensive magic. Clothespin, that gives us immunity to sleep. Not too important right now. Nothing in here can inflict sleep. But of course, helpful for later. There are going to be places where sleep is more of a hazard than here. You know, I'm getting pretty goddamn sick of these venomous snakes going first and poisoning pretty much my entire goddamn party. It's getting to be a real inconvenience having to use antidotes every, like, 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, every, like, minute. Yeah, I'm not, if you can tell, not a huge fan of this dungeon because it just ends up being, here, buy a bunch of antidotes and hope for the best. Hidden wall here leads to a Thieves' Knife that can use Mug, which not only... You know, seriously, if they're gonna poison anyone, poison Anya's, because she'll heal herself. Like, I don't have to worry about that. Like, poison does affect you on the field, by the way, so you don't want to keep... It's kind of like Pokemon in that sense. Anyway, the Thieves' Knife. You can use Mug, which not only damages an enemy, but it also steals an item. So each enemy has one item they can steal at least. They sometimes have 2 or 3 even. Actually, I'm fairly positive the max is 2. But either way, you can steal an item from them. Sometimes they'll have 2 to steal. And they also have an item they can drop, but that just happens randomly at the end of a battle. So the items you can steal... I'm not going to be going over them all. I'm mainly only going to be going over important ones, or ones that I feel are worthwhile. And, well, there we go. Thief's Glove. That increases your chance to steal an item. You have automatically a 25% chance with using Mug or Steal initially. Thief's chance ups that by 2, so you have a 50% chance to steal an item successfully. Anyway, party chat for the thing we just got afflicted with. What the eye cannot see. What? My eyes! I can't see! Blind gas! Where's it coming from? Be careful, everyone. This is clearly a trap. And our aim is completely shot. We can't go rushing into melee attacks with Brave. Don't want to miss and have to stand there turn after turn. Still, even blind, I can see the core of a woman's heart clear as day. The things that really matter can't be seen by the eye. Ring a bell! Stop spreading gross nonsense and watch where you're stepping. Even when you're not blind, you can't see past your big fat mouth. Now, dear, don't go stopping it. Ow! Not again! Where are those eye drops? Well, they're right here in our inventory. There we go. We had used one of them before, but we still have plenty. That's kind of why Frankly, this day has sucked. I've literally just been running into venomous snakes, which are probably my least favorite enemy now, because they just go first and poison me every time! Jesus, apparently Adia is as sick of the venomous snakes as I am, because we just ran into another 3 of them, and she just kind of ran through them all with crits. It was insane. Anyway, so, AI friends. These Pocket Chaps are your friends when no friends are around. You can set up blinks and summon them the same as normal friends. Friend bots. So, the game will give you some friends to work with if you don't have any friends. I plan to add a couple friends at least, as we're playing the game, but for now, that's pretty much all we got. Update to Narende. Trader complete, so great. Let's shove more people on there. And a thing I haven't talked about yet is a blink. So, if we go here, we can set friend bot. Who actually I don't think they have anything. Anyway, the idea of a blinked is that your friends will have a job that they've mastered or gotten a certain level in. So okay. So Friendbot has Knight at level 2. The orange level is the level that the friend has. So they have White Magic level 2 and Knight level 2. So if I go into a battle, I would have... If, say, I had, actually, I can demonstrate this, because Tiz only has... I can't demonstrate this. Actually, I can. How can I demonstrate this? Okay, so in theory, if I equipped you with... equipped Tiz with, Chivalry, this friend has... Hold on, let me go back to abilities here. Or let's go back to job. This friend has two-handed. No, that sucks. Jesus Christ. Okay, so... Look. This sucks. So, once... If you have a friend that has a higher job level in a job and you equip that person with that job, Tiz would have essentially level 2 white magic thanks to the blink with that friend. If they had actually useful skill that we could equip, so say white magic level 2, we'd be able to use level 2 white magic without actually having leveled white mage up to the max, or to level 3. So that's the gist of it. Hopefully that made sense. Basically, if your friends have an ability that you really want on another level, on a job that on a higher level of a job, and you equip your character with that job with the blink of that friend, then you essentially have that ability without actually having leveled the job up. That's not really noticeable right now because they don't have any abilities that we can actually use. I don't believe we can go in here and... Oh, we can! Fucking hell, I could have just explained it like that. So basically we can equip magic defense up through white magic level 2, even though we haven't actually leveled up white magic at all with Tiz. That's the gist of it. Hopefully that made sense. It's not really something I plan to make use of. I've actually never really made use of it, so I'm actually going to unfriend Fenbot there. But if your friends have a, say you get to a point in the game where a certain ability is really, really helpful, but you don't feel like leveling up a job to that point, then that might be way more helpful for you. But I don't think we're going to be needing to do that. Also, this is only 40 MP. I'm going to record? I am recording. Recover Tiz's MP a little bit. Otherwise, I might just run a cure with Anya, so we're a bit up on our health. She doesn't need MP recovery, so I'm just going to go ahead and save. Just in case. You never know what's going to happen. We should be fine. We have a tutorial quest update. Multi-target magic. Alright. We're starting to heal the undead. We'll get to that. What's this update? Alright, so gifts. Sometimes the stores in the vendor, like the trader, and other stores we'll get to later, will give you gifts from time to time. So it'll just be a bunch of items. Very helpful, of course. Nothing special much, but still good. Also, there was a locked chest earlier. That's the reason we're not opening it. That's the reason there's still one chest stuck at the Harina Ruins. But otherwise, we're done here.
What's this now? The ones from the Oasis, is it? You're the rat sneaking about the place?
Why do you persist in these awful deeds? You must return the articles you stole!
One of you muzzle this dog's yapping, would you? Be a friend. And what? Don't tell me you came all this way just to vomit a few platitudes out on my floor. This place is nothing but sand and hypocrites. Drives a man mad. And this thirst, these daggers in my throat, all the water in the desert can't dull their edge.
The people you robbed at the Oasis were thirsty too. They risked their lives to get at that water, and you...
Spare me the lecture. You come to convert me? Set me on the straight and narrow? Teach me to follow the rules, be a good little sheep, live an honest life? Out here, honest lives end quick. The desert's a beast, and it's always hungry. The city's no different. There are only two kinds of folk in this world, make no mistake. The takers and the taken from. My worthless parents were easy marks, textbook victims, and still, they grit their teeth and tried hard as they could to get through each day. Till the day came they couldn't feed a family of 3, so they cut loose their kid and disappeared.
They just left you?
The city just took and took till they had nothing left. Their own brat became a burden, so they dumped him like a bag of sand. Daft, eh? Absolutely stupid. If surviving means pinching from other folk, I'll happily join the takers.
Are you sure they left because you were a burden to them? Maybe they swallowed their tears and left you in the city in hopes that you, at least, could find happiness there.
Aye, or maybe they left me because they didn't have the guts to kill me themselves. You don't know a stinking thing about them.
You're right. I don't know their reasons. But they do. If they're still alive, you can go and ask them. You can track them down and make them explain themselves. Make them answer for their choices. You can yell and scream and fight as long as you like, as long as it takes. You can work on forgiving them. But you haven't done any of that. You've stayed here sulking and festering all your life. That's far dafter to me!
My throat! This accursed thirst. It's worse than ever. You. This is your fault! You smug, delusional, self-righteous little lambs make me sick! I'll take everything. Everything from you! Oi, Chief! Kent! Get your horns in here!
I assume your calling me means this conversation is over.
Aye, that's enough words. I'm choking on this lot's hypocrisy. I want them stripped to the bone!
I care nothing for your reasons, and still less for your ideals. My assistance hinges only on the weight of your coin purse.
She's heavy enough. You'll have your pay.
Then we've a contract, and you will have your money's worth.
Alright, asterisk battle with the Jackal and Kint. So this is a bit unique. We're mainly going to be focusing on Jackal, but Kint in himself is definitely a threat. We're going to focus though on Jackal, of course. I guess it doesn't really matter what I use. He doesn't have a weakness. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Fire on you. You're going to default. I think I'm going to default with Ring of Bell actually. I'm going to start with a DS Special. This is going to raise our physical attack, and of course deal a bunch of damage to Jackal. Kint is going to start using sword magic, so that's something new. Basically, it's going to raise his attack. That's basically it. We don't have any weaknesses to elements ourselves, so, I mean, he's basically just going to be doing a little bit more damage thanks to that attack, thanks to that sword magic. I'm having Ring of Bell default because I want him to build up his special. Oof, yeah, 200 damage, that's really rough. Luckily, that'll help build up Anya's special. So, if I run a cure here, I'm going to just build up Anya's special, because by healing, she has to heal 10 times in order to get her special built up. Please don't kill Anya's, thank you. So Jackal's always basically going to Brave and do 2 actions. He can either attack, or he can actually steal a potion from you. And obviously you don't want that, but he can heal himself with that. I think it's 500 HP he'll heal. You definitely don't want that, so let's just take him out as fast as possible, because you know he can heal Kent as well. So he's kind of like Holly, honestly. Mainly an annoyance. He doesn't deal that much damage, especially compared to Kent, who will just kind of destroy you if you don't be careful. I think I should use his special now, because I'm worried we're going to run out of ideas real quick. And I definitely want to keep this physical attack up. It's helping us out a lot. Oh my god. That was close. Jesus. Tiz is nearly dead. That sucks. I think we'll be okay. But we need to get him healed, like, immediately. I'm tempted to use Bravely Second. I can't spend time thinking about this. I'm gonna use Bravely Second. So if you hit start, you can just use a single action at any time, no matter where you are in the turn. So I desperately need to heal Tiz right now a little bit, so we're just gonna go and do that. And then we can go and run a cure. We actually do 2 cures, so I'm gonna run a cure all. And then cure... Let's cure all again, just in case. You default again, and you just attack. So genetic silence. So that's his attack. That won't raise his attack at all, but now his attacks can inflict silence. So hopefully this doesn't attack Adia or Anias or Tiz, because that would be very bad to our strategy. I'm just gonna run a cure all again. You can use your special. I think I'll hold off on a turn, or for a turn rather. Use Brave. Tiz's special should continue to go long enough. Oh my god, really? The one character I didn't want you to use it on. Well, one of 2 characters. One of 2 characters I didn't want you to use it on. You did. I hate you, Ken. I hate you. So yeah, if you can't use it, then you just get prevented from using it. You can go ahead and use an Echo Herb. I'm willing to get Ring of Bell special out. Go ahead. Please go. In time. Okay, thank god. Anias didn't get inflicted with silence. See, that would have been really annoying. It would have been terrible, but it would have been annoying for sure. I don't really care that Ring of Bell's inflicted with it, because he's obviously not going to be using magic anyway. You can still use things like items to silence anyway, so really not a big deal. So that raises our... I think that also raises our physical attack. So we have magic attack up by 20% and our physical attack up by 40%. That makes this fight a lot easier. This fight can go on for a very, very long time if you don't do this sort of thing and make use of specials. This is the first fight where I feel specials, you really have to start making use of them, because otherwise it's just going to be a goddamn pain.
My contract ends here. I'll take my leave.
What? Chief, I don't understand.
Your odds are poor. and I don't take poor clients.
Go then! They all abandoned me in the end.
So yeah, once you've damaged Jackal enough, Kint will just leave. That's why I say focus on Kint more than anyone else, because, I mean, once Kint leaves, this is actually a very predictable fight. Jackal will just brave 2 times, so he can attack 4 times in 1 turn, and then it's just hack. He won't steal anymore, so he didn't actually ever get to steal, which is really great, because now he's not that much of a threat. You should continue to default. So now, every time he runs out of, every time he gets back to 0 BP, we should just default. So he'll do very little damage, and we can, just wail on him for the few turns after that. You have your special, go and use that so we can keep this going. Just default with everyone else because I don't want to waste time. There we go. So Rejuvenation, Anya's special. Jesus Christ, I need to get these names in order. What the hell is wrong with me? Just heals everyone. Just basically a massive healing spell, and it raises her healing magic, so now she'll heal well, even better. You continue defaulting, so I'll want to get your special up. I would love if you got crits, Lydia. Okay. Well, at least we came in with her special, so we could start off with that. You have yours, so that's good. We can go and use that when Anya starts to run out. And, oh, I should have braved. Oh, well, it's not, or defaulted rather. That's not that big of a deal. He doesn't do that much damage. How did a crit deal? That was weird. A crit dealt less damage than a normal attack. I guess he just landed less hits or something. That was weird. Did significantly less damage, like 30? I'm not going to say I've never seen that before, because I don't pay that much attention to damage values all the time. That's definitely weird. Yeah, you don't even really need to default then on his turn. Like, you can kind of just go. He's not really that much of a threat. Go and use Thieves here. We have high enough physical attack. I kind of want more magic attack. And I'm just going to go ahead and start using black magic with Anya's, because we don't really need the healing anymore, and I probably have the MP to spare at this point, because Jackal on his own, not really a threat. Thieves aren't exactly the strongest characters. They're always meant for stealing and not for attacking.
Fitting end. Everything taken away. So thirsty.
Alright. 360 XP, 720 Pig, 36 JP. So we're going to get actually another black magic level here, as well as levels for every one of our party. Black magic level 2, very nice. And we get P defense 10% up with Ring a Bell and a high potion. And of course as well, we get the Thief asterisk. So I'd say Thief is a pretty vital job for most of the game, if only for stealing things. Not only is stealing things great because sometimes you get great items like that high potion there, but you get some really cool abilities, as well as you get the, well, you get to, what was the other point? Now I can't remember. God damn it. Oh, well, if you steal things, you can sell them. That was the point. So even if the item isn't great, you can at least sell it, and that gets you money. So it's a great money maker. That's the point I was trying to make. They have high agility, so you can act early. Great for Ring a Bell, because he's already naturally a faster character. And their best weapon are daggers, but also bows, which you got earlier, are very helpful. Very good for them. They have an A efficiency in bows, and bows are very strong weapons naturally. So that might be ideal for you. In fact, I think that's probably the best weapon we can use on a thief most of the time. Their daggers are of course good as well. There's some really good daggers in the game, so. So, as for abilities, their specialty is Master Thief, which doubles their stealing success rate. I don't believe that stacks with things like the Thief's Glove, so that if you won't basically get a 100% success rate in stealing, it just won't stack. Basically, the Thief's Glove will be made obsolete by their specialty of Master Thief. But if you have Thief as a subclass, then that's obviously helpful if you're using the Thieves' Knife. That's helpful. They have Steal at level 1, which just 25% chance to steal from an enemy, basically Mug, but without the damage value. Life Thief at level 4 deals the same damage as a normal attack, but also restores 75% HP of the damage you do in that attack, so very great in a pinch situation and to mitigate how much healing you have to do with a White Mage, so you can ration their MP for more emergency situations. You have Mug at level 6, which is essentially the Mug Knife, but it costs some MP. You deal the same damage as a normal attack, but you also have a 25% chance to steal an item. Godspeed Strike at level 9, which is amazing. It's a really strong attack that uses your speed as your attack and ignores defense. Thieves obviously have really high speed, and especially since it ignores defense, you can do some insane damage, especially this early on in the game. Unfortunately, it is our first attack that costs BP to use, so it costs, I think, 3 BP. So you really have to stock up on the BP or take a deficit and be vulnerable for a few turns. If you're just grinding, though, that might not be a big deal if you're just like taking out one enemy with it. But it is a really, really good attack, and I would suggest using it as much as possible. You have Master Thief at level 10, which is just the specialty, but you can equip it on any character. You have Rob Blind at level 11, which steals 2 items instead of 1 from every enemy. Or from an enemy, rather. So say you're stealing a high potion, you'll steal 2 of them instead of just 1, like you normally would. Shakedown level 12 steals from every enemy at once with a 25% success rate for each one, and of course that is doubled by Master Thief and the Thieves Glove. So basically it speeds up the process of actually stealing things if there's a bunch of enemies in battle and you want to steal from all of them. Thief is a very good class and one I plan to use for pretty much most of the game, either as a sub job or a main job. I'm going to put it on Ring a Bell immediately.
Will you look at all this? And every bit of it's stolen, no doubt. We need to get these back to their owners.
You'll want to have a look at this first. It's rather stunning.
I'm raising the price of water an additional 20% beginning 14 days ago. The streets, they're full of people too poor to afford it. The sense of panic grows by the hour. That self-righteous fool of a prime minister comes to demand the price be lowered day after day. It will not be long now till the masses reach their limits. The poor will have no choice but to go to the Oasis. That is where you will wait, armed and ready. Steal everything. And above all else, do not let them be at the water. Your task is to ensure all of Ancheim is terrified of the Oasis. Give them a welcome they will never forget. In time, they will understand that if they wish to survive, they will be buying the merchantry's water, whatever the price. But see you keep your mouth shut, yes? No one must know of our collaboration on this matter. If you are found out, the deal is cut off. Your head will be next. E profiteer.
Then...
Those thieves were under the employ of the Cammer and Profiteer merchantry.
And the people suffering? Did it mean nothing to them so long as they reaped a profit? Despicable! Seems I've found another entry for my blackest pitch list. This is unforgivable. We have to stop them! The people will continue to suffer as long as these degenerates hold the kingdom's water ransom. I say we storm the place and set this matter straight right now!
Yeah, about that. We'll do that later. So, of course, we got to ring a bell to the Thief. I hate to get rid of our Knight because he's kind of a big damage dealer, but it's not a big deal. Thief can deal some good damage as well. Should we keep him on Martial Arts, or should we put him on Chivalry? I think Martial Arts is better if only for Inner Alchemy, which I've also completely forgotten we had up to this point, so I could have just healed the poison from there. Actually, you can't use that outside of battle, so it actually wouldn't have been as helpful as I would think. Give him P defense up, because there's really nothing better we can give him. Do you have any abilities? You do not. That sucks. That really sucks. That idea has no abilities to equip. Whatever, I guess not a huge deal. It's a minor annoyance. Yeah, there's nothing better I can give you either. I guess I could give you this if I really want it, but no, I'll keep you on Chivalry. Yeah, no abilities. That sucks. So what should we equip him with? I don't want to, well... I guess I could give him the bow. I don't really want 2 people who are really squishy, though. How much less damage would the Thieves' Knife do? That's a lot. Well, that's what? 15? Is that much, I guess? And this has Mug, which isn't actually that helpful, but... I don't really want 2 squishy party members. 0 physical defense is 38, yours is 44. Oh. That's not that squishy. Like, if I give you this and give you the round shield, that's 53. Never mind, just fucking take the bow. You're not that squishy, all things considered. Like, you're less squishy than Tiz. Granted, he also has a bronze breastplate and Tiz only has a Linen Cuirass. But, like, we can give him the non-shield, and now he's a little better. And we can get a Bronze Breastplate for him later. We have enough peak now, I think, so, yeah. Not a bad deal. We can also give him the Thief's Glove. Actually, I should double check if this doesn't stack. This does not stack with similar effects from mine. So yeah, no point in giving him the Thief's Glove. Pretty much pointless for him. We do have the Star Pendant. I guess we go ahead and give that to Tiz. Because there's no point in not giving it to someone. And I guess I'll keep it to gauntlets. Oh, that's probably why the physical defense is so high. Yeah, because of that. Well, just keep it on here, I guess. Because I definitely want you notified. Not weak to blind at all. And that should be it. So unfortunately, the dagger special kind of sucks. It's built up with using items, which, I mean, we'll use items on occasion. But one, your use outside of battles doesn't count. And two, it's kind of just a thing that you use on occasion, not exactly when you need to for now. So it's not the best thing to build up specials. Except I completely forgot ring bells using a bow. I literally already forgot that. That's actually even worse though, because the way you build up a bow special is by making use of weak points on enemies. The only way we can do that with a bow right now is through flying enemies. So we need to encounter a flying enemy to build up his special. That's really situational and stupid, so I'm gonna actually equip him with a dagger. Yeah, because later on, there are going to be ways you can make better use of that special build-up, but right now it kind of really sucks. So we're just going to equip him with a dagger, because at least I can sort of build that special up. It's a little more inconvenient than, say, just defaulting, but it's still okay. It's at least easier than encountering a flying enemy, of which are very rare at this time. Like, I think the only one we're going to encounter for quite some time is the Vulture in Floorchime Inner Sea, which we really have no reason to be roaming around the Floorchime Inner Sea, so... And I decided not to use a teleport stone to get out of here, because I actually do want the peek and experience from the fights as we get out, so... Also, everyone's pretty much blinded, and Tiz is basically out of MP, so this is kind of shitty, but I'm just gonna unblind... I shouldn't have unblinded Tiz, that was stupid, whatever. We'll be at Ancheim in a second anyway, we can just rest at the inn, it's not really that big of a deal. There's another one of those monuments up there above the Oasis, by the way, so... Nothing we can do about those, but... Very interesting. Didn't run into a single enemy on our way back to Ancheim, that's nice. And before we end this episode, I want to look at our equipment and see what we can buy with the pig we got. We have over 3,000 now, nearly 4,000, so we can buy pretty much anything we need. I think we have both white magic and black magic level 2, so I definitely want to buy a few things of those. I don't think I want to buy everything at the moment, but I do want to buy a couple things. But first off, equipment. I could get you the mace, but again, it's not really great. Like, I raise a physical attack, great. That's really kind of useless. We could buy the kukri, but I don't think that's super helpful either, because we have the Thieves' Knife. Round Shield, we could buy for Anias and Ring a Bell, at least. I'm not buying it for India because she won't equip it anyway, because she has the Iron Knuckles equipped, or at least won't be equipping a secondary weapon. So I might as well buy that. Buy the... Let's see, let's buy... Actually, I'm not sure how much I really want to buy, to be honest with you. I think I might just buy those round shields and be done with it. Also, you could have bought Star Pendants here to nullify points, but we didn't really have the money to do that. So I chose not to. Honestly, I think I might just buy those round shields. There's not that much else I want to buy, because of we're actually beginning to another new area soon, where we can buy things, and I'd rather save up for that instead of buying all the equipment here. But I do want some defense, obviously, so I'll buy the round shields. So for here, I think I just want to buy arrows, so we have some wind magic on us, and I want to buy poison and sleep. Those two are going to be particularly helpful, because status elements are super, super helpful for dealing with enemies in this game. Especially sleep, you can just put an enemy to sleep that you don't want to deal with and, you know, take care of another enemy. I don't think there's any new items at the shop. We can't buy ethers, we can buy high potions. I don't think we can buy those before, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much, I guess we could update our data. I don't think. You can pretty much only update your dad twice or once a day, and I believe I've already done that today. But we can go and check. Eventually. Eventually it'll upload SAV data. SAV data? SAV data. Okay. Great. Thank you. And thank you, Ari, for telling me where to go. Also, I guess just wanted to mention, we can guide area around on the touchscreen down there. Doesn't really accomplish anything, but sure is a thing. No ending updates? Yeah, I guess that's it. Took out Jackal and found out that the profiteer merchantry is a bit shady. We could probably have guessed that, considering they threaten to assault anyone that even threatens or even thinks about drawing water without paying, because, you know, that's so bad. But now we have evidence, and we'll deal with that eventually. I want to head to the Temple of Wind first. You know, probably should have done that immediately, but I mean, like, you know, the water thing was a big deal, and it still is, but now, I mean, like, now I'm thinking about the Temple of Wind. So we'll head there next time. See if we can restore the crystal. Restore Wind Ancheim. See you guys then. If you enjoyed this video, maybe check out some of the other series I've done. You can also consider subscribing, checking out my Patreon page, or joining my Discord server. There are links in the description to those, as well as other social media links like Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for watching.